We are in the 7th year of Destiny now, and after a somewhat short and sweet release of Beyond Light that left us with more questions than answers, we have finally arrived at what Bungie considers to be the beginning of the end for the Light versus Dark saga of the Destiny universe. The Witch Queen had an unspeakable amount of hype behind it. Did Bungie deliver? Is this really the best expansion they have ever released? Well, now we are 72 hours from launch, and I do believe we have the answers to those questions. But before we dive in, only a small percentage of the people who watch these videos are subscribed, so I would really appreciate if you guys could go down, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, like, and comment on the video what you guys thought of Witch Queen as well. It really does help me out. I appreciate you guys' support so far. We're going to go through each part of Witch Queen talking about the story, campaign, gameplay plus the legendary campaign, weapon crafting, and the seasonal content. So strap in, get your popcorn, and let's talk about Destiny 2, The Witch Queen. To start, Bungie's narrative and storytelling have finally hit their stride. These teams have done pretty well in the past, but sometimes have struggled with putting out exactly what they're trying to give us in each expansion. This is quite honestly the best story content that we have ever gotten since Destiny 1's Taken King. The intricate use of expanded lore, plus finally weaving in existing storylines that we've been hearing about for the last 7 years and seeing them play out, these finally pay off. Not to mention the fact that the majority of storytelling does not occur in text form this time, but instead, we are given this in visual form via Savathun's memories that we recover using various artifacts that she has placed and hid secret in her throne world. From Sagira's ghost shell to her worm familiar, we get to learn just how Savathun came to be and what brought her to taking or receiving the light. The plot twist for this actually ends up being incredibly amazing. Finding out that we are finding these memories for Savathun and not just finding them for ourselves so she can remember who she is after she was actually gifted a ghost from the Traveler. And remember, when you're given a ghost and you're resurrected for the first time, you do not remember your past life. So giving that Savathun these memories allowed her to remember who she was, just like we did to Crow, just like she did to Crow as well. She was gifted a ghost from a Traveler in the cutscene that we get to see play out, and in this cutscene, I actually felt bad for her. I felt what she was feeling moments before her death, hoping that the Traveler was going to save her, and somehow it did. It just absolutely blew me out of the water. And after the final fight, which was a great fight by the way, we are given one of the greatest cutscenes since the Pyramid reveal at the beginning of Destiny 2, and I'm talking about the reveal of the Witness, the sole wielder of pure darkness power, and the commander of the Blackfeet that we will hopefully eventually fight in Lightfall when it comes out. The character design, the eeriness of the scene, what he says just reminds me exactly of how I felt when the Shadowkeep final cutscene came out, but it turned up to about 1 million. This is the greatest reveal that we've had in a very long time, and I'm so excited that we finally get to fight the Veil, hopefully, in Lightfall. I also completely forgot when I was originally writing this about Finch, the new character that we've been introduced with that was actually kept hidden from us for the most of the Witch Queen reveals. Finch is a ghost that did not resurrect his Hive Guardian, and he has gone rogue trying to help our team and the Vanguard, and he's hell-bent on stopping Savathun, just like we are. His character is written great, voiced fantastically by the guy who also, I think, did Goku's voice in Dragon Ball for the American release as well. He's absolutely fantastic. He's one of my favorite new characters that we've gotten in the past few years. Honestly love him. Go level him up if you can. He's got a lot of good stuff there as well. The final fight between Savathun is probably the greatest final fight we've had, again, since Taken King when we defeated Oryx and sent him to his throne world. Yes, in this Destiny campaign, we do end up stopping, but not actually killing her, I don't think. I mean, she did die, but her ghost didn't resurrect her. The Traveler might have taken her ghost. It's all left up to a lot of debate right now. Also, the fact that your character speaks a lot during this campaign is really great. Again, during that final fight and after that final fight to Savathun, to Ghost, it's really great to hear him speak for the first time, again, since Beyond Light, where he spoke maybe a word or two, but who knows. This is the most Guardian dialogue we've gotten since Forsaken. Absolutely love it. Really cool. The final fight between Savathun was extremely difficult as well. I absolutely loved playing in a 3-man fire team on Legendary difficulty, which I'll talk about in a second. It was probably one of the most difficult things that I've had to do in Destiny's story in a long time, and the Legendary version of the campaign definitely made this a lot harder. It is intricate, it has mechanics. Throughout the entire story there's mechanics, which I absolutely love as well, but this final fight was done well, wrapped up well, and it's probably the first time that I'm not mad that we destroyed the main villain during this campaign. But again, still up for debate. Speaking of the Legendary campaign, if you have friends who want to tackle it, or you want to tackle what is the hardest campaign to date by yourself, I would definitely say do your first run on Legendary. My fire team finished it in 13 hours. We started at noon and finished just before 2 a.m. of the day of launch. There was a bug that stopped us from progressing. We had to actually go back and progress 2 of our fire team members again, which was really weird, but that was the only bad thing that I experienced during this. And God, was it a good ride during this campaign. Enemies will beat the absolute life out of you at any chance they're given. The Lucid Hive supers will absolutely one-shot you if you get caught out of cover at the wrong time. And honestly, if you're caught out of cover at any time, say your prayers, bud, because you are dead. The revive token system absolutely makes the top of this even better. It's like just the right amount of difficulty, not make it impossible, but still make it enjoyable. On top of this, the Void 3.0 made me feel like an absolute purple magic wielding god during the first run that we had. My Titan grew from being a pre-serum Steve Rogers to being full-on motherfucking Captain America, shield throwing and demolishing enemies in large groups with the volatile that's been added into all of the classes now, but used to be just on the Titan. The reworking of the supers is fantastic. Being able to use all of the grenades from the other classes on Titan, Hunter, and Warlock is really great. If you haven't yet, go to Ikora, buy these grenades. They're 3,000 glimmer each, very cheap. If you're a returning player, you might have to do a couple other quests if you're like a new light, but if you're a veteran player who's been playing for a while, done all these subclass things, go to Ikora, buy these grenades, really cheap, super fun to have. On top of this, the new weapon crafting system has been added, and I really haven't got to dive deep into it just yet, but I know once I get like past grinding all of these levels and all of that, I'm definitely going to get deeper and deeper into it. The system seems pretty streamlined from what I've seen, and adding new crafts to my arsenal is definitely on the top of my list, and I hope to do it very soon with all the perk combinations. Also, there is a new loot pool with new weapons, which is absolutely fantastic. I think the count was 42 new weapons alongside a bunch of perks that will definitely make old and less used archetypes, or even some of these older and new weapons, shine again. And it feels like these weapons definitely needed this refresh. And honestly, this refresh to the loot pool that we haven't gotten in a few years now is also great. The Thorn Exotic SMG that you get I think right now you get it if you have the deluxe edition and finish the campaign. It's absolutely insane. It's a hoss right now. Just destroys everything in its path. If you have the deluxe edition or need to complete that quest, I don't know when it comes out. I'm not 100% sure since I have the deluxe edition, but it's awesome. It tracks, it kills super quickly in Crucible. From what I've seen so far, I haven't got to play with it a whole lot there, but going back and doing the campaign on the easy mode has been fun to use it in. It just absolutely blows everything up. Take it out for a spin if you got it. So much fun to use. I won't actually be talking a whole lot about seasonal content in this video, but the interweaving story with the campaign and the hopeful additions to the story in the coming weeks is always a plus, like it has been before with the drip feed content coming alongside a much larger release. And this is honestly, so far, the best story that they've given us with a adjacent campaign, adjacent seasonal story to a campaign that we have. If you have, and also, just a little side note, when it allows you to start it in the Witch Queen campaign, go and start it. There is a mission, or there's a quest that you'll get that progresses faster if you're completing campaign missions, and it'll be done before you finish the Witch Queen campaign. Pick it up before you finish it, go off and do the PsyOps Battlegrounds, and come back and continue the story. I didn't do that, I regret not doing that. It would have been a lot faster and easier to finish up. And honestly, in conclusion, yeah, we're only 3 days out from this to release, 72 hours at this point, but I definitely feel like Bungie has officially outdone themselves with the Witch Queen. I think it is a perfect 10 out of 10. It's better than Taken King, best expansion that they've ever released, and hopefully these releases can continue to be this amazing in more times to come. Thank you guys so much for watching, getting your daily dose of vitamin P. If you guys want more daily doses of vitamin P, please check out the rest of the videos on my channel. A lot of Destiny content, a lot of variety content as well, but right now we're focusing in on Witch Queen. Had a lot of fun with it. Hope you guys are enjoying. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about Destiny 2's Witch Queen, and what do you guys think about it? Let me know what you're crafting and weapons and everything. Let me know what your favorite weapons are, favorite moments are from the campaign, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and take care.